Disclaimer: all credit for the following pictures and information can be found in the description below. Welcome back, trainers, to Pokemon New Zealand, where a world of adventure awaits you. Last we left off, we spotted Team Rocket at Tongariro National Park discussing various important information, so now it's time to continue our adventure. Follow them to your next destination, Mount Ruapehu. Mount Ruapehu, North Island's highest peak, is an active volcano that is enjoyed year-round by hikers, skiers, and geologists. It will be here where you will find Team Rocket asking the tribe who lives there where the sacred embers are. Of course, they do not comply, which forces Team Rocket to attack everyone and raid everyone's house. Seeing this injustice, you help the tribe fend off Team Rocket. After defeating the Team Rocket grunts, you'll be able to challenge the leader of the group, Watonga. According to some Maori tradition, Watonga and his grandfather Toi were the original settlers of New Zealand. After defeating Watonga, the leader of the tribe will give you the sacred embers to protect. The tribe leader explains that there are 4 sacred items in New Zealand. Collecting all 4 items will grant the user unimaginable power, and therefore must not be used in the wrong hands. Now that Team Rocket has left, the trainer can stay in Mount Ruapehu to catch various Pokemon. During the day, you will find goats, shamans, the mahoe tree, and sundews. The shaman is based on the story of Ngātori Rangi, a high priest who was looking for land to claim in New Zealand. According to various sources, while Ngātori Rangi was caught in a blizzard, he asked for his sisters, who were at his distant homeland, to send fire to him. The mahoe tree is based on the story of how Maui brought fire into the world. During a battle against the fire goddess, one of the flames fell into some trees, one of which was the mahoe. Sundews are carnivorous plants that uses a sticky substance to trap insects and other small animals. At night, you'll be able to find rats, kiwis, morepoks, and sundews. After defeating Team Rocket, we make our way over to Route 9. Route 9 will be based on Kaweka Forest Park, a wilderness playground with some of the best hiking, hunting, and fishing experiences in the country. Types of trainers that you will find here are hikers, backpackers, Pokemon rangers, fishermen, and tourists. During the day, you'll be able to find deer, pigs, bellbirds, fantails, and wilding conifers. At night, you'll be able to find possums, pigs, fantails, and wilding conifers. If you choose to fish here, you'll be able to catch more trout. We now make our way towards our next destination, Napier. Napier is known as the Art Deco capital of New Zealand and is home to many fine wineries, fabulous restaurants, bars, and cafes. It will be here where you will find another Pokemon contest hall, which is located at Marina Parade, an iconic seafront that connects Napier with the Pacific Ocean. As you make your way towards the hall, you'll bump into Kupe, who informs you about how excited he was participating in his first contest. To prove that he is not slacking off in his training, he challenges you to a match with his Pokemon. Even when you defeat Kupe, he will explain how he enjoys Pokemon battles more than contests, and he quickly disappears to continue his training. Before you leave the city, you'll start to hear rumors from the townspeople about the growing tension between the tribes and the English. Head on over to Route 10 to continue to your next destination. There isn't much happening in Route 10, so it'll be a regular default grass area. Types of trainers that you'll find here are youngsters, lasses, Pokemon breeders, gentlemen, and madams. During the day, you'll be able to find bellbirds, kakas, feral cats, and sheep. Cats were originally introduced to New Zealand to get rid of unwanted pests. However, those that became wild created a negative impact on New Zealand's native and non-native species. Sheep was introduced to New Zealand for their meat and wool, and while sheep farming has declined over the years, it still proves to be one of the major sources of New Zealand's economy. At night, you'll be able to find possums, ants, hedgehogs, and feral cats. We now make our way towards our next destination, Gisborne. Gisborne is known as the first city in the world to greet the sun each morning and has a reputation for great food, wine, and surf beaches. The main highlight of this location is Titirangi, which according to some sources is a location where the first Maori people arrived in. If you head up to the top of the hill, you'll be able to spot Maui, who will inform the trainer that the sunrises are always beautiful in this location. As you talk to Maui, you spot James climbing up the hill, and he immediately challenges Maui to a match. Maui informs James that if he wants to challenge him, he would have to beat you, the trainer, first. After successfully defeating James, James storms off, believing that one day he will have his match with Maui. After you defeat James, head on over to Route 11 to continue to your next destination. Route 11 will be based on Te Urewera, which is famous for its stunning lakes, forests, and mountains. The main highlight highlight of this route is Lake Waikaremoana, a hub for multiple outdoor activities. The types of trainers that you will find here are bird keepers, black belts, backpackers, Pokemon rangers, and fishermen. During the day, you'll be able to find deer, pigs, goats, bellbirds, and fantails. At night, you'll be able to find pigs, fantails, kiwis, and patupairaha. Patupairaha are fairy-like beings who use music to confuse their opponents. Later on in the game, you'll be able to find a mythical Pokemon, Hinepoku-rangi. The Tuhoi people who live in Te Urewera refer to themselves as descendants to the Celestial Mist Maiden. If you choose to fish in this area, you'll be able to catch more trout. We now make our way towards our next destination, Rotorua. Rotorua is a geothermal paradise with hot springs, geysers, and mud pools. It also possesses strong cultural ties in Maori tradition and lifestyle, such as dancing and cooking. Our gym here will be based on Hell's Gate, a highly popular attraction that features one of the largest mud volcanoes, as well as the largest hot waterfall in the southern hemisphere. After navigating your way around the various mud baths, you will come across the gym leader, Mahuika. Mahuika is the goddess of fire who fought Maui and accidentally brought fire into the world. She will challenge you with her 3 Pokemon, a Hangi and 2 Shamans. Hangi is a traditional cooking method using heated rocks on top of a pit. When you defeat her, she will give you a spa badge and the TM Will-O-Wisp. We now make our way over to Route 12 to continue to our next destination. Route 12 will be based on Oreka Falls, an area which boasts having the highest commercially rafted waterfall in the world. Types of trainers that you will find here are bird keepers, bug catchers, parasol ladies, ninja boys, and dragon tamers. During the day, you'll be able to find bellbirds, kakas, dragonflies, sundews, and geckos. Some of the largest and long-living geckos can be found in New Zealand, and they are one of the few geckos to give birth to live young rather than lay eggs. At night, you'll be able to find morepok, bats, sundews, and glowworms. The glowworms of New Zealand produce protein-filled light which can be turned on or off. They can be very territorial and can sometimes be seen fighting for space. If you choose to fish here, you'll be able to find trout, koi, and catfish. Koi are known for muddying water when they're feeding and are known to destroy various native plant and fish habitats. Catfish are known to eat and compete with various native fish in New Zealand and are known to be very difficult to kill. We now make our way towards our next destination, Tauranga. Tauranga is known as the place of rest in Maori language, and it is easy to see why. The area has multiple locations to accommodate for rest and relaxation, such as hotels, playgrounds, cafes, restaurants, pubs, nightclubs, and multiple aquatic activities. Such a vibrant and bustling city deserves to have its own Pokemon contest hall, which can be located in the Strand. We now move on to Route 13 to continue to our next destination. Route 13 will be based on Mount Maunganui, a dormant volcano surrounded by water and beautiful beaches. Types of trainers that you'll see here are hikers, bikers, joggers, black belts, battle girls, and young couples. The Pokemon you encounter during the day are goats, kakas, feral cats, rabbits, and kahui-tipuas. And at night, you'll be able to find possums, ants, hedgehogs, feral cats, and kahui-tipuas. We now make our way towards our next destination, Hamilton. Hamilton is the 4th largest city in New Zealand and is separated by the Great Waikato River, the longest river in New Zealand. One of the main highlights in Hamilton is the Hamilton Gardens, a garden that tells the story of how other gardens are taken care of across several different countries and cultures. Our gym will be located along the banks of the Waikato River. After navigating your way around the gym by operating several dam systems and battling various trainers, you'll come across the gym leader, Tangaroa. Tangaroa is the god of the sea, protector of the ocean and all of its marine animals. Tangaroa will have 3 Pokemon, a trout, a crayfish, and Hector's dolphin. The crayfish, or Kaura, are mostly active at night and can camouflage very well with their surroundings. Hector's dolphin is one of the world's smallest dolphins and are the only dolphins in New Zealand with a rounded black dorsal fin. When you defeat Tangaroa, you'll be given the Sea Badge and the TM Water Pulse. Before you head off to your next adventure, you'll be stopped by Kupe, who bumps into you as soon as you leave the gym. Kupe wants to prove that he hasn't been slacking off since their last encounter and challenges you to a match with his 3 Pokemon. Upon defeating Kupe, he believes that he still has a ways to go before becoming a proper rival to you and heads to the Pokemon Center to prepare for his own gym battle. What's next for the trainer after defeating Kupe? Find out in the next video.